Hello again, Michael Hunt here. Good to see you, good to be with you. During this video, I'd like to share with you some things about experiences I've had. I've talked to a fellow one time and I asked him, how you doing? You know, just the usual politeness, social politeness. And he said, well, I'm trying to get a cold. And I thought for a minute about what he said. And I said, why would you be trying to get a cold? And he said, oh, you know what I'm talking about. I'm just trying, I'm fighting the cold. But it's interesting that we actually do think that way. There's something in our mind when we encounter a situation, uh, not an abnormal situation, just like a circumstance of health, the common cold, for instance. Or many people have difficulties with allergies, and they'll make comments about that. But one of the things that we've learned over the years is to not identify with these issues or these problems by claiming them. For instance, calling it my cold or my elbow, my sore elbow, or my sore knee, or whatever. When you do that, you begin to identify with that problem, and then you begin to intensify it, and you go into it, and it just gets worse. It's much better to think and to say to yourself, I'm fighting a cold. If you have now acquired a cold because you have all the symptoms and you know from experience that this is a situation, it's healthier to say I'm fighting a cold or I'm getting rid of the cold rather than I'm trying to get a cold, because it just exacerbates it. But it's interesting how that works. At any rate, it's very important for you to be aware of your thinking. There's so many people who have taught us, great thinkers in the past that have taught us that our current dominant thoughts define our reality. They influence us to the point that even if we're not overwhelmed by that identity of some circumstance, maybe it's loss of a job, very horrible things like the loss of a child or the loss of a maid, or being told that you have been diagnosed with cancer. Even if it's not that bad, still, we tend to let these things define us. And so we have to have an identity that is separate and apart from that. That's what a healthy person does. A person that's having difficulty with chronic depression or circumstances of even in the most extreme of suicidal thoughts. I'm not talking about a passing suicidal thought. I'm talking about something serious where you're actually planning the event. When you realize that you're thinking that way, you've got to stop. You got to get a hold of yourself and then start to examine what's caused this and how, and the fact that there is a way out. The way out is your thinking, it's your mind. Somebody said one time, you can't always control your circumstances, but you can always control your reaction or your response to circumstances. You can't control other people, but you can control your response to other people. And a healthy person does that, but a person that's overwhelmed already, they've used up all their emotional resources, they tend to be defined by the circumstance that they find themselves in. And so what they try to do is they try to control their circumstance by escaping. And it's not that it's not normal, but it's certainly not healthy. And there's a better way. There's a better way to live. And that's one of the reasons that we've established the website and developed the proficiency of our skills and abilities, is to help people understand there's a better way to live. And so you can control your thinking, and you can control your life by controlling your thoughts. We want to encourage you to do that. At the top of the website and top of the Facebook page, there's a button there to book your strategy call. There's no charge for that. Set that up so that we can give you a call, set up our communication. If you're in the United States, we can talk on the phone. If you're international, we can use Zoom. I've done that many times. It's very successful. A lot of practicality to using that, and it's very reliable. So we look forward to hearing from you. It's time for you to change your life, take back control. Have a good day. Give us a call. Be in touch. Talk to you again soon. Bye for now.